Nico Iona, back again with Gypsy Juice Intuitive Tarot, here with another episode of Pick a Card, Pick an Image Collective Energy Reading. For today, readings are timeless, so whenever you're watching it is the perfect universal time to be watching. And I am very honored today to be showcasing the gorgeous art of a brilliant artist and dear friend of mine by the name of RAVENS. And I had a ridiculously difficult time selecting only two of her images of her pieces because it's gorgeous work, as you can see, but I was able to narrow it down. And with that said, if you'll take a peek in the description box below, I have all of her sites listed. She's got a Facebook page by the name of Soha. Also, she's got a Society 6 page, and she's also got a graphic design business, and the website's going to be down below. Please check out her stuff. The Society 6 page is really cool. You can get a tapestry with some of her gorgeous stuff on it. So I really urge you to check it out. You can really get lost in her work. I probably spent a good over an hour staring at it, trying to pick two images out. So with that said, I went ahead and selected the two images, as I mentioned. And I'm going to throw them up on the screen here for a closer look right now for you. Here are the two images you have to select from for your energy reading from RAVENS. On the left, we've got this amazing pencil drawing of two ravens. This one's titled Huggin' and Munnin'. And then over here on the right, we have this depiction of the shamanic journey. Not sure if this one has a title, but we're just going to refer to it as initiation. So don't think about it too hard. Select one or the other or both, and we're going to get right on with the reading. Okay, and now that you've gotten a chance to take a look at those, I'm going to start off the reading with the image on the left, our beloved ravens, Huggin' and Munnin'. So what a beautiful piece of work, what accuracy. I really admire that photorealism quality, just unbelievable artwork. So a little fun fact about the raven, it's the bringer of magic, the messenger of the void. So bringer of magic, we can also decipher that as synchronicities. So synchronicities coming in the form of anything that's synchronistic, basically, which can get deeper and deeper and deeper. And if you know what I'm talking about, you obviously know what I'm talking about. If you're watching this video, you probably do. So it can come, synchronicities coming in the form of a lot of the time guidance, guidance from your own soul. And the raven, the magic that they bring, reflects those synchronicities by being in line with the vortex of the universe, and that shines through in a way that resonates very deeply with your soul. So very appropriate. Wow. Well, great. Okay. That flipped out very gracefully there. And I'm going to start your reading off with the Hermetic Tarot here. This black and white bringer of magic. So let's see. So we're going to start off, we've got the Chariot and the Seven of Cups. Okay, so they came out facing the same way, so I'm going to read them sort of both ways. So it looks like we're overwhelmed with options on where to begin. So this beginning, the Chariot, all right, is the starting off. And sometimes it can be the starting of a journey that's temporary, specifically in this Hermetic deck. So it could be maybe a lot of false starts with the combination of these two I'm seeing. Just because of being overwhelmed with a lot of different options. So I'm getting here, Huggin' and Munnin', my raven people, that you might have a lot of options before you that you can't decide on any which one of them. So it's making kind of temporary starts and giving you that effect of having a lot of projects or a lot of irons in the fire and nothing's getting brought to completion. So, a lot of people can relate to that, and especially with maybe a lack of structure going on right now, just a complete lack of of routine, that's a completely understandable thing that a lot of us might be going through right now. So let's see if we can expand on that a little bit. Wow, mouse that came out in the last read. So this microcosming, this attention to detail. So all right, it's so instead of picking a path and just walking down it and just deciding a direction, it looks like, I don't know if you've ever gardened, or this is coming to my mind right now, like a landscaping project. You're trying to get something done, but you're just nitpicking the littlest thing, and it's just 3 hours of work to be done, but you're just picking little weeds out. Or you could even say like plucking your eyebrows takes you 3 hours because you're just so fixated on all the little details and overwhelmed. So I'm getting here so far a very strong message to zoom out, to get yourself in line with that vortex and make your journey flow a little easier for you. All right, I hope that makes good sense there. I'm going to go ahead and actually switch up the spirit animal deck here and use this animal spirit deck for your other draw. Wow, nice. Okay, seahorse. Really cool. Okay, so like I said, this represents strength, guidance, transformation, and feminine energy. So remember, the feminine energy is pure, raw potential. So it's like that zooming out and seeing the pure, raw potential of everything, of all of these choices that you're presented with to feed your energy to. So it doesn't have to necessarily be one group of one topic. It's just everything in your life is just, oh my gosh, I keep on spreading myself so thin because I just get lost in the details of all this little stuff. Like if anybody relates to this, is like Adderall brain, right? If you've ever taken any Adderall, it's just like this microcosm focus, and you can't even move on to the next thing because you're just so fixated on whatever it is. So the key here to get over this hump, if this is resonating with you, is to access your feminine energy and see this beautiful image here. It has the woman disguised in the seahorse's body. So painting. So yeah. Oh, and there's a chariot mentioned in here. Chariot pulled by seahorses. See? So in order to begin, we got to harness up those seahorses with that feminine energy. Very reoccurring theme lately with the whole the divine feminine is coming in for the great equalizer. Not that the masculine energy is bad, I'm not saying that at all, but just the equalization of the two halves, just that the evening out of, and that goes for everybody's soul too. So it's not just blind quick action. It's about seeing everything before you, seeing the raw potential of everything that you might be interested in investing your energy in before moving forward. So a lot of things to do is walking meditation, yoga, actual meditation, any kind of workout. Before you act on anything or before you start any new projects, take that time to reflect on it. And Ravens, I hope that message helped you out a little bit today. It helps me, honestly. It's a good one. So we're going to move on now to the second image. And I did not see a title for this. I just swiped it right off of her beautiful Facebook art page. But she had the caption on this one of the shamanic journeying the initiation is about shamanic journeying and the death of the ego. So, wow, this image, and I talked about it when we popped them up on the screen there. So I could probably talk about it for hours. So I'm not gonna start delving into that right now. But if you chose that image, I do happen to have 3 decks that are shaman themed. So my collection has just been waiting for this opportunity. I'm very excited about it here. So the initiation. So it's like the initial. This image to me is the initial depiction of when you start out with with an awakening. And they say not everybody's awakening is so grueling, but most people I've met, this usually applies. So it's kind of like the beginning of the dark night of the soul. She's got all of these characters coming out of the ether. Her DNA connecting to that higher consciousness, aka DNA activation, which is really cool. So, and this goes right along as they have the magic or the synchronicity of doing that. First up, we've got the Three of Bones, or that's the Three of Wands in traditional decks. And what this is all about is looking forward, kind of like seeing out, like looking at the start of a journey. I've heard other readers call this the waiting for your ship to come in card, but I'm not really, and I see it this way because it's sort of, you can read it like she's standing up here kind of waiting for the world to catch up to where she's at, or kind of waiting for her tribe to catch up to where she's at. So if this applies to you and you're feeling maybe a little bit lonely or isolated right now, stand in your power. There's, friends will seek you out if you're being authentic and true to yourself. I honestly know that from personal experience. As a matter of fact, that's how I met my beloved artist friend here that did these beautiful works. It's just somebody who's completely across the entire world that I've had the blessing of creating a bond with and feeling like I've known this person for lifetimes. So it's a really neat thing. It's just it's also the message of you don't have to wait for your existing relationships to catch up to where you are. You'll be able to bond with other people in different ways. And I'm not saying you have to leave those relationships behind or in the dust. It's just that there's going to be a transformation of those. If you're going through that right now, or whatever stage you're on, because there can be multiple stages of awakening and initiations, and it's a never-ending journey. The rules change at every stage of consciousness. So this can apply to anybody. I mean, even if you consider yourself to be like woke AF, So let's see what the shamanic power animals have to say. Man, they do not want to come out. So Three of Wands, maybe I have something. Am I missing something about that? Oh, and it's also responsibility with your energy. So just know that if you're kind of waiting for the world to catch up to where you are, remember that your energy is a lot more powerful than you might even know, and you're affecting people. And there's people that might be being inspired by you or looking up to you that pretend like they don't even see you at all. So keep that in mind. There we go. And yeah, the raccoon. So, gosh, the repeat cards, it always wows me from prior readings. So the raccoon is all about that family unit, about that tribe, about teamwork, about looking out for each other, about caretaking each other and working together as a group. So remember, the people you're resonating with right now, connect with them and focus on service. It's just, can you create something beautiful together? And that's the most beautiful thing you can honestly do. So, and the raccoons are kind of, they work together. They're so intelligent and they work together in such creative ways that it's kind of like an unstoppable force. So what I'm seeing here so far, initiation folks, is it's time to kind of find the others. It's time to kind of reach out there, or just, you don't even need to reach out, just maybe just open your heart to the possibility of some new relationships, new spirits coming into your life. And that can even be non-physical energy. It can be help from spirit and from your guides and your higher self. So yeah, so ditch the fear that came in upside down. We got the Thunder Beings, another repeat card from last week. Stand in your power. The thunder and lightning. You need the thunder and lightning necessary. So again, connect with other people that can connect on your wavelength and hear what you're saying. And again, I really want to stress that that's not to cut other people off that you feel like you're not vibing with so much, because they're on their path and you're on yours. We're all equal, you know, we're all one and the same. We're all pieces of, you know, the same creature. So that's that. So and then finally the stone people. So again, this is, wow, a double whammy with strength and standing in your strength and groundedness. So I'm really seeing here that what you need to do to feel grounded is to connect to other energy. And even if you don't feel like reaching out, do that online, do that somehow, so you can get that support and that feedback and connect and clip in to what resonates with you. So yeah, the stone people, let's read a little more about that. There are probably just a ton of cards in that deck. I do not know them all yet. So this is about grounding too in the earth. So placing both your hands on a large rock. A lot of people recommend going out walking barefoot to kind of get yourself grounded as well, and really trust your own feelings, your own inner guidance, and your own intuition, because there's nothing more real than that. So that's the reading for the initiation people if you chose that image. So I'm just going to wrap up this reading right now. And please don't forget to check out Raven Eye's work. Check out her online store. It's just absolutely gorgeous. And please, if you enjoy the readings, please give my video a like, subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell if you'd be so kind so you know when I'm coming out with new stuff. And I so appreciate you tuning in, and I hope you're having a lovely day. Thanks again. Bye now.